job. We, as language teachers, should be creative, and ingenuity is important. We should adopt our teaching to motivate our learners, and only then we can overcome some disadvantages of language classrooms. For example, crowded classrooms. Crowded classrooms are really a disadvantage. It's a really challenge. So we can probably motivate our learners to help themselves and carry on their learning process outside the classroom as well. We can let them know that learning continues until the day we die. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
5,5 saat oldu hocam.
Thank you. Thanks very much indeed, Ümit Hanım. Well, welcome everybody. I guess it's my turn now. We organized this panel discussion in a way that, we wanted everybody to meet the celebrities in our field and to ask questions and to chat with them, you see. So unfortunately, 2 of them could not make it. So I'm not going to make it too long for you, but I just wanted to enjoy some of the videos that I found on the net. And I just wanted to talk about those things, not talk, just show them to you, and we will discuss it later. But this is mine, I guess. Yes? No? No? Where is it?
Çünkü aklım yolu yok. Biz çok akıllı insanlarız.
How can you make it? Can you help me with this one? I don't want to. Okay, what is it like to be an English teacher? It's not easy to be an English teacher. Okay. There was an ITEFL webinar very soon, and in the webinar there was Chia Suan Chong talking about what a teacher is, what a teacher does, what does a teacher do, an English teacher do. I really enjoyed her talk, so I just wanted to give you 2 slides about that. She did a small survey, and in her survey she asked several questions, but I got just 2 of them, to non-ELTers and ELTers. And the question was, what do English language teachers do? What do you think they do? Nothing? Maybe. Okay, so the ELTers said they guide, they model, they give feedback, they facilitate, they empower, they coach, they mentor, they motivate, they see the brighter side of life. Too many things the ELTers said, okay? And then they asked non-ELTers, and they said, is this a trick question? They teach. This is it.
Simple.
They teach. Simple. They teach. I really like this one. What do our students say about us? Let's have a look at this one. What do they say about us? We have the student expectations. So people around us.
What do you think makes a good teacher?
With this one, with the video.
I think someone who's firm but fair, and like someone who's got a sense of humour as well, because if you're willing to have a laugh with your students, then like you're going to earn their respect, so they're more likely to listen to what you say.
Teachers, they say, well, they teach English. They teach English to speakers of foreign languages. But we as English teachers, we start telling different things. We say, well, we coach, we mentor, we put in different terminology. language.
What do you think makes a
What do
good
our
teacher?
students expect from us?
I think someone who's firm but fair, and like someone who's got a sense of humour as well, because if you're willing to have a laugh with
they have to be kind of like
This is the technology. Okay. So when they ask the students,
What do you think makes a good teacher?
different people outside.
I think someone who's firm but fair, and like someone who's got a sense of humour as well, because if you're willing to have a laugh with your students, then like you're going to earn their respect, so they're more likely to listen to what you say.
they have to be kind of like get you involved in the subject, because if it's just like do this, do that, blah, blah, and they don't like talk to you as like either an individual or like on a personal basis, it's kind of just like they're talking to you, not with you, and they have to get you.
Okay, so when they asked the students said the teacher should be fair, the teacher should be friendly, the teacher, a good English language teacher, should be guiding us. A good English language teacher should help
What do you
us.
think makes a good teacher?
I think someone who's firm but fair, and like someone who's got a sense of humour as well, because if you're willing to have a laugh with your students, then like you're going to earn their respect, so they're more likely to listen to what you say.
They have to be kind of like get you involved in the subject, because if it's just like do this, do that, blah, blah, and they don't like talk to you as like either an individual or like on a personal basis, it's kind of just like they're talking to you, not with you, and they have to get you involved in the subject for you to actually understand it and help you understand it. So if they're more like kind of like over the top or like a bit enthusiastic about their subject, it kind of makes you think, oh, they do it, so I'm going to do it as well, so it kind of makes you more happy to do it.
They need to be not too strict, they still need to be friendly, but they need to be able to control the class and see when like an individual is talking. They need to deal with individuals rather than the whole class.
I think like someone who like helps you be involved in the lessons and does like really active things.
Because it's like
But they've got to be like firm.
The students and talk to them about.
A teacher's someone who listens a lot to you and responds to what you say, and they're like there for you all the time.
This is what they said. As you see, a teacher should be friendly, firm but fair, good communicator, enthusiastic. He should have sense of humor, be responsive, respectful, personal involvement, inspirational, approachable. Consistency is very important. Okay? Do you think these are the qualities of a good teacher? What do you think? Are they? Yes? Yes? Do you think they are? Well, there must be more. Especially the teachers teaching in Turkey. I'm sure they are facing lots of difficulties and they have more qualities, because in other countries, when I visited some countries, I realized that they were more organized and they had problems, but not as much as we have. Okay, so let's have a look at the other one, please. Did you help me with that one? And I just wanted you to have a little, the other ones. Yes, Taylor Malley. I wonder whether you heard about Taylor Malley. He is a teacher, but a comedian, and a person who does stand-up. And I really liked his TED talk about teachers. So they asked him, a businessman, asked him, I'm a businessman, I make cars. Tell me, Taylor, what do you make as a teacher? Okay, I really like this. I'm just going to show you a bit of it, yes?
He says the problem with teachers is, what's a kid going to learn from someone who decided that his best option in life is to become a teacher? He reminds the other dinner guests that, you know, it's true what they say about teachers. Those who can, do. And those who can't, teach. I decide to bite my tongue instead of his, and resist the urge to remind the other dinner guests that it's also true what they say about lawyers, because we're eating, after all, and this is supposed to be polite conversation. I mean, you're a teacher, Taylor. Come on, be honest. What do you make? And I wish he hadn't done that. Asked me to be honest. Because you see, I have this little policy about honesty and ass-kicking, which is, if you ask for it, then I have to let you have it. You want to know what I make? I make kids work harder than they ever thought they could. I can make a C+ feel like a Congressional Medal of Honor, and I can make an A- feel like a slap in the face. How dare you waste my time with anything less than your very...
I didn't want you to hear more about that, okay? So just like your donkey story. So what do you make? I make my students do this and that. Remember in the first slide, I said the teacher said we motivate, we model, we mentor, we do this and that, which is true. So he is telling us the same things actually what we do. I can make cars, I mean what do you, yes, the other one. So what do we make as English teachers? We make our students read and read, and then write. Okay, so actually this is true for some of our English teachers who are on the comfort side, who do not want to get tired in class that much. It's easier for them just to ask the students to keep quiet and do the exercises, write, read. This is true for some teachers, okay? Do the exercises, okay? And we make them grammarians. We really like to teach grammar. I cannot say that this is the teacher's fault, because when we look at the teacher education, the teachers have never been abroad to places where this language is spoken. So they don't feel that much secure in a way. What do they feel secure about? It's the grammar. That's why they just want to teach grammar. So it's not all teachers. I don't want to generalize this, but as I said, some teachers, they just want to teach the grammar, and when they teach, as Aydan said, they come to class and say, today I gave simple present tense. And then she's very happy, she goes back home happy, sleeps well, and the next day comes back and asks about simple present, gets simple present tense in all blanks, which is really true for some teachers. Okay, we like to keep them quiet. What do we make? We make them silent in a way. Or, there is the other side of the coin. Or, we make them sit in groups, read and write. Again there is reading, again there is writing, but sit in groups, read and write, ask questions, wonder and criticize, okay? Or we make them watch movies and talk about it. Or we make them watch movies, discuss and act it out. So there is action there as well. So we make them work on projects and present their, projects, what they have worked on. We as English teachers model, guide, facilitate, empower. We coach, mentor, and motivate. How? By asking the students, as Lenny said, to work in groups, to work on projects, to work on things that they are interested in, and then they come and present. It's their product, not my product as a teacher. It's their product. Okay. So, do we just teach English, or is it also our responsibility to promote critical thinking and social awareness? What do you think about this? If you say yes, put up your hands, please. Yes, yes, we have to do this. Do we teachers have to incorporate whatever the latest technology has to offer? Do you say yes to this? Put up your hands, please. Yes, you're younger than me, so you can say yes to this. Ask me whether it's so easy. Whether it's so easy. I really find it difficult, but I must say I'm good at for my age. Do we have to be in constant pursuit of the newest fad in education?
Yes.
Yes, again. Okay. We need to embrace change. Change is very important. We need to adjust ourselves to changes. We cannot teach the same way for 10 years. Those teachers who are on the comfort side, they probably have the same book for 10 years. They have the same activities for 10 years. If the book is the same book, I don't know. But usually in our Ministry of Education, they
It's
don't
changing.
change the books
Changing.
that often. Do they?
Uh,
They
well-
changed it, but they don't change it that often.
Recently, they're changing it every day.
Are they? Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
I don't know. I mean, they're out of control right now. We don't know what they're doing.
Okay, we need to change and show our students that we also learn. This is really important. I told some of our teachers that one day when I was lecturing on language acquisition, first language acquisition, second language acquisition, very important things, you see. I was so enthusiastic. I spent hours to prepare that lecture, those slides. I was talking very enthusiastically about it. No one was taking the notes. And I said, well, I prepared. I spent time for this. What about you? You haven't brought your books, your notebooks, nothing. What are you doing? I said. A minute later, everybody took their, cell phones and they started taking photos. And it was the first time after 40 years in my teaching life that, students were taking photos of me, I thought. And all of us were like, what are you doing? I said. I was so scared in a way. And they said, we are taking the photos of those slides. What are you going to do with that? They said, we're going to study it afterwards. How? They said, we're going to make it bigger. We're, teach me how to make it bigger. Next time, I'm going to make it bigger as well. So, now
You
I'm
know
going
the joke coming.
Okay. So, we need to eliminate the generation gap. So there is a generation gap between us and our students, but if we learn from our students, then our students are happy and they say that they have a role. They are teaching us as well, in a way. So we share the same class, we share something with them. We make them realize that we teachers are there to help them learn, to show them how to learn, to prepare them to life, to collaborate. What do English teachers make? We make them different. Do you agree? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I have a poem here. The clarity you gave to me, it shone like angel rays, like water rushed on golden sands and crashed along the bays. The questions deep within my heart confused my humble mind, yet when you spoke your words aloud, it seemed no longer I was blind. So, okay. Thank you. Happy Teacher Day to you. Thank you.
Some things never become bigger. So don't keep your hopes high. Whatever. I'm not going to give you another speech. You have already listened to me. I have lots of other things to say, but enough is enough. I'm aware of that. Just one quick note that I want to add to that saying or proverb. Those who can do, do. Those who can't do, teach. And those who can't teach, make policies about teaching. Yes. Thank you. So I don't know how much time we have. If we have any time left, we can just have a, I don't know, question answer. Or if you have any anecdotes that you want to share, you can go ahead, or I can tell you some anecdotes.
Yeah, we would like to listen to your anecdotes.
It's so good to find a group of people who have the same dirty mind as you. You love it. Honestly, if you have any questions of any of us, I guess, Dima, John, we are more than sure.
Okay, I also teach linguistics at the Turkish department, and I have my PhD students. A week ago or so, I told them emphatically about a very technical thing. Okay, emphatically over and over again. I told them that if we have a copula, namely verb to be, then the rest of the sentence is subject complement. And a week later, one of my students came very enthusiastically, and he said to me, "Oh, you know what, Hocam, I was really surprised because this article that I read says that whatever is in the predicate is the subject complement." And I was really shocked. I told him that a week ago, and he came to me and he's like, he found a new thing now. Yeah, I mean, we can not teach our learners. That's not, that is true, not only for language, but also in other subjects. Probably they learn at their own pace, and they learn on their own. I'm still surprised to find out these things. Well, we can't teach them. They learn. We only lead them, and I can't stress this enough, I think.
Yeah. See, we have linguists who study language in a very theoretical manner, very complicated manner. We teach language. We don't teach about it. That's the main issue. When we go into the classroom, we should stop treating our students like a group of linguists. They're just Aisha's and Ali's sitting there. Don't forget the fact that language is a means of communication. The minute you ask the definition of language, people say, it's a means of communication. And then you say, do you teach it for communication? No. Then what do you teach? I teach mathematical formulas. Why are you doing? Oh, Tamam, you had your time, please. Allah.
No, just
these teachers never know when to shut up. That's the main issue with them. No, I'm just joking. But the issue is, yes, there are scholars who are doing it. The main issue is our students are not those scholars. We should stop teaching them this pseudo language. We are teaching another set of vocabulary. You know, this is participle. What is it? Participle. Remember the drama? So we not only teach them, challenge them with a foreign language, we also challenge them with a meta language. So we say, transfer these sentences into passive. What? Passive. What is passive? Passive. causatives. Oh, okay, causatives. Let's study causatives. They actually don't know what these things do. Right? So why are they learning the rules if they are not learning the communicative value of language? That's why human beings have created language, for God's sake. We haven't created it just to have some subject to talk about. What do you think of causatives? Right. I just want to tell you an anecdote that actually happened to me. It shows how important it is to teach our students that language exists. Language is a living organism. Language carries a culture, and you cannot just isolate it from all these qualities. I used to teaching English to young learners. And normally, I believe you also have the same course here. This is a course offered to third-year students, and they also have micro-teaching sessions. So this micro-teaching was about storytelling, and students had groups of 5 where they would prepare some pre-activities, tell the story with while activities, and then end up with post-activities. This student, this girl, stood up and started with this story about the hen family. She said, there is this father hen, mother hen, brother hen, sister hen, and baby hen. You know, as a teacher trainer with that role, or teacher, I don't know, coach, you need to have this, remember that smiling face? You put that on and, wait. I was very patient. So I had to put up with father hen, mother hen. And then she said, one day, the father hen, the cock. So she started, one day, the cock woke up very early. He tried to wake his wife up, but she didn't. Honestly, I mean, this story was going like this, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And she's like, and then of course the cock got angry. It usually does, And I was like, sorry, I said, do you know what you're talking about? And she said, yeah, this is the cock. And I said, I'm sorry, honey. You cannot just appear there in front of a bunch of young learners and talk about cock activities. You cannot just say, the cock got up and what. Well, she said, why, Hojam? Why? I said, have you ever checked the definition of this word? And she said, yes, that is the male hen. I said, do you know that there's another meaning attached to it? She said, really? Yeah, I said the male reproductive system, the organ is also known as that. And she said, now I understand. Because when she was looking for clip art, she wrote cock. And she ended up with lots of wonderful visual materials. In the past. Now you cannot get those visual. Believe me, I tried. When you are a teacher, especially when you teach language, you just don't have the luxury of a history teacher. Because history is history, okay? Language is not history. It's living. It's changing every day. You just cannot neglect your own profession. You need to watch movies. You need to read it. You need to follow the newspapers. You need to listen to all those crazy songs. even to be aware of all the taboo words and taboo things, because that's what young people are doing right now. If you want to catch up with them, you need to live within their world. They're not going to live in your world. Always remember, I love that song. Most probably you're too young to remember that song. Orson Welles. I know what it is to be young, but you don't know what it is to be old. So you get into their world, because they will never get into yours. That's all for today. Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
Niye bana söz vermiyorsun hocam?
Hocam panel başkanı burada. Hocam bir daha söz istiyor. Ben karışmıyorum. O istiyor.
Ben vazgeçtim.
You can buy me tea and coffee during the break because I didn't let her speak.
Okay. Thank you very much for. Thank you very much for enlightening us one more time on what an English teacher is and the importance of being an English language teacher. And now we have a short 15-minute coffee break.
Suzan'ın var konuşması var hocam.
Ne?
Suzan'ın konuşması var.
Ne zaman konuştu ya?
O İngilizce tanıttı. Şimdi kendi konuşması var.
Anacığım siz de defalarca konuşuyorsunuz.
İngilizce event.
Tamam.
Bir kafa.